This is just our everyday. Not every single day, because we didn't go to the park the last couple days. Hi, why are you kicking me? Why are you kicking me? You're so rude. Oh, hold on. There's a smudge on the camera. So anyway, we didn't make it to the park the last couple days. I haven't been super well. I have a disability. I have arthritis. When I don't sleep, when I don't get enough rest in general, I can't always do everything and go to the park. And then yesterday, it was because we went to, I still wasn't totally well, and it made it very difficult to make it all the way. It really tested my endurance, but that's enough, baby. It's gross. Took them on a walk a little further, not further in distance, but like, we haven't been to this block before, but it's a community garden that our friends were having an art market at that we had to check out. So brought them along to socialize and get better at being, good Lord, I gotta unwrap my foot. I put this on for safety and I made a mistake. Anyway, and what was I saying? Took these guys down there because this bitch has a hard time with other dogs while she's on a leash, but she's been getting better, and so we took them to the community garden where they got to see a bunch of people and get pets and also interact with dogs, and she didn't bark at anybody. She did such a good job. She was super sweet, so she's getting better. Growth happens when we take the time to teach and to understand, and I love that about her. Anyway, I love that about dogs in general. One thing I love the most about dogs is their absolute just lack of ego. I'm not saying they can't have pride, because dogs can have hurt feelings and pride and feel good about themselves and feel bad about themselves. They have complex emotions just like we do. They evolved with us. It's really not that weird that they do. They are the first domesticated species we've found, like the oldest and super old. We're talking thousands of years before any other animal was socialized to live with humans. It was dogs. And so we have been, when they say dogs are man's best friend or whatever, human's best friend, let's be inclusive. Can you stop digging holes in the park, please? Can you find a different spot? It's a public spot. It's a public park. Please stop digging holes. Anyway, I mean, I'm talking other animals were quote unquote domesticated, and that just means that colonized. Usually means the same thing, but to serve humans, which is different. But dogs and cats were different. They were treated with respect and brought in as community members as part of the protection of the people and the food sources and that kind of stuff. But dogs, it was like, I mean, look this up. I'm going to get it wrong, but I want to say like 50,000 years ago, whereas other domesticated animal species were like 10,000 years ago. So it's like dogs have been with us the absolute fucking longest. So the fact that they have the same emotions that we do, that they've evolved facial expressions. They don't have eyebrows, but they can make their eyebrows move. Athena, don't scratch your ears. You make it worse. She's got a cleaner in there and she's been irritated by it all day. Chester, tell me how you feel about things. Tell me with your face. All right, he's feeling pretty content. That's what that means. But the fact that we can read their faces just as easily as they can read ours, you know what I mean? It's evolutionary. We are a symbiotic species with dogs. And if you can't be with dogs or you don't like dogs, it's like, no worries. I'm just saying generally, this is a demographic thing, not a specifics. That's what I deal in is broad demographic data mostly, and not specifics. But yeah, that dogs just like accept reality very quickly. They know people, and if they like you, they will love you, and if they don't like you, they'll tell you immediately. And they aren't polite. They aren't nice. They can be very kind, but they just are very honest. And it's something that I love the most about them, is that it's so easy to get along with them compared to people. At least for me. And maybe it's the autism. I've got that ADHD personality thing that's like, it's like you know what? I had to study humans anthropologically to understand them because I never understood. Give me this. Sorry, I got cut off because they were getting cut off. You don't have to go through fucking scrolls and scrolls of the deep text to understand the meaning behind somebody's passive-aggressive bullshit. They just tell you, I like you or I don't like you. And are some dogs different and some dogs petty and passive-aggressive? They only act the way they see. So if their humans are like that, then yeah, sure, some dogs can model that behavior, but they just do what they're taught in that way. I raised my dogs to be, I don't know, you tell me. You've seen a lot of clips of them. They are who they are. And when I'm mean to them, when I'm being shitty, because sometimes I'm shitty, if I'm ever mean to them, they feel sad and I have to apologize to them. And the sweet thing about these guys is that they do accept my apologies because they do know that if I ever am shitty, it's not intentional. I'm not trying to be an asshole to them. I'm just dealing with my own shit. And they don't take nearly as much stuff personally as humans do when it comes to mental illness, because that's what I have to deal with, and they know that. They're very kind to me, even when I don't always deserve it. So that's something stop. That's something I do love about these dogs, is how accepting of me they are, despite my faults and foibles. But yeah, humans not so much. I mean, a lot of us are getting there, and the thing is, it's an evolutionary thing to be neurodivergent. There's a reason why the numbers are going up, and it is because we just have language to describe neurodivergence. Like, that's definitely fucking part of it, but like there is very likely a statistically significant increase in neurodivergence in the species. And I say likely because the data is still new and we're still figuring it out, and it's difficult to count data on past civilizations where the regular Joe Schmo human being was never written down about. How do you study the regular general population of people when the only people we've actually spent time studying have been the fucking dictators and kings and hardly any women and poor people? And when we talk about other nations around the globe and different systems around the entire globe, it's usually colonizer washed, and I won't say whitewashed because there's colonizers of different veins and different colors around different parts of the world. Whitewashed is pretty common though. That one's the biggest. They used to say the sun never sets on the British Empire, and that's because it was the largest empire ever in the history of the world. We're the British. That's why there's so much English speaking around the globe, and that's why there's so much white-based racism around the globe. It's all colonizer-based. So it's just one of those realities. So I use that as a caveat just to say whitewashed covers most of it, but not all of the colonizer bullshit around the globe. Anyway. There's a kid hanging out on his skateboard, and Athena's just looking out. But we don't bug people anymore, huh, Athena? We'd being good. We'd being so good, yeah. Anyway, so dogs would never. Would dogs fight over territory? Sure, when there's a scarcity of resources or when there's a perceived threat. But when there's no perceived threat, do you know what dogs do? Do you know what Athena did when she met a dog that was so much bigger than her yesterday? She met this dog that looks like a mastiff of some kind, but it was an Doge Argentina, I want to say, but I could be getting that wrong. Come over here. You're twisting me, mommy. Guys, just sit down. Just sit down. Anyway, and that Doge Argentina, that big dog that she ran into, was sweet, and Athena was sweet in response because she was raised by somebody who didn't teach her to not be an asshole. And I've been trying to teach her how to not be an asshole. And can you guys please just stop pulling? I just wanted to sit down and make a quick video. Come on. It's fine. We can go back go home soon. I've got shit to do. That's the other thing, is I've genuinely been busy these last few days. It's unusual, but anyway. But she was sweet. She was sweet to that dog, and there was no threat. And that's the thing, is that once the threat goes away, so does the antagonism. So why are so many human beings who have so much in common with dogs and dogs with us struggling with being antagonistic when there is no threat, and inventing threats in order to antagonize, and choosing to be antagonistic for no other reason than they disagree with your opinion, which has happened to me in the last couple of days. I'm not going to address there's a fucking big deal going on in the United States with somebody who got killed, and I posted about it on Facebook, and people said it's toxic seeing your opinions and ideals. Watching you express your opinions and ideals is toxic to me. And I'm just like, then go away? Then don't look? Like, how is this affecting you? Come over here, dum-dum. You're not going to be... No, hold on. They're trying to bug that kid sitting down, so we're moving. Anyway, come on. Stop trying to... What in the world? Get... See, I mean to them when they try to eat. Drop it. When they try to... Hold on. And sometimes I have to stop and pull things out of their mouths, but it's just a breadstick or something. I didn't get to it in time. Sometimes they put chicken bones in their mouth, and I have to reach in and grab it from between their teeth and yank it out. Sometimes I have to do things that to some people might look like meanness, when it's not. I'm not being mean. I'm just trying to take the chicken bones out of your mouth so you don't lacerate your intestines, because I care about you. And maybe, just maybe, me highlighting that you're being hateful and also oppressive and a bigot, even though I don't think you are that type of person, and I don't think you want to be that kind of person. Me highlighting that you're being harmful is like me ripping chicken bones out of my dog's mouth. If you're being a bigot, that's poison to you. If you think reading somebody's personal opinions and ideals is toxic, then you're the poison. The poison's already in you. The fact that you're reacting to my opinions, even though we don't talk and you don't even know who I am anymore. We haven't talked in like a couple of years. Even though it might be something like that, or a few years, this happens. This is not just one person. This happens regularly. You come into my space, my public profile, my personal profile that I post in public, Facebook's, and you come there just to say your opinion is poison to me. I think that ripping the chicken bone out of your fucking mouth is the greatest thing I could do for you, because that thing is killing you, and I didn't put it there. You fucking did. And by the way, if you don't like my opinion, go away. If you don't like what I say, go away. You should only be intervening in somebody's personal expression and actions if you can see that they are harming somebody else. Yeah, sure, sometimes if they're harming themselves. Like if you're worried about a friend being suicidal or self-harming or talking shitty about themselves, yeah, you can say what you're saying is toxic, because maybe it is. But expressing your opinions and ideals is toxic to me. Okay, then go. If me expressing my opinions and ideals is highlighting poison in your chest and you think I put it there, then you're stupid. You're stupid because we haven't even talked in 2 years. How could I have put that there? Anyway, my hair's a little fucky today, and I kind of love it. I'm gonna go, because I'm one-handed walking, and I don't like one-hand walking with these retractable leashes. It's not so bad in the park where we got a lot of room to see where people are coming and stuff like that, but it's just not as safe. So, and I can hold them, but I can't stop them as easily. I can't hit the buttons as easily. So anyway, so yeah, dogs could teach us a lot about being stupid and trusting the people who love us or who have no animosity towards us at the least bit, that maybe that they're not the problem. And because my dogs have finally learned that when I say drop it, I actually do mean it. And I'm going to yank it out of their mouth. Even if they can't always understand it, they do know that I love them. And they're starting to trust me, which I do appreciate. We're working on it. We're not good at it yet. Like I said, my dogs are not well trained. I'm working from a deficit. And that deficit is largely, my own fault and largely the fault of the system I've been forced to struggle under. So, whatever. Don't eat poop. See? Just had to do it again. I didn't make you see that because Chester took a poop. And Athena tried to eat it. That's what I'm dealing with all the time. And that's how I feel when I'm dealing with people who disagree with my opinions and then try to tell me that I'm hateful because they hate what I am saying. Who's the one full of hate then? Did I go into their space to tell them that they're hateful? No, they came and found me. No, that proves enough to me. I don't give a shit about their opinions because their opinions are uninformed and ignorant and usually kind of sad. But that's not my problem, and I don't have to care. So anyway, talk to you later.